This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
We begin today at noon with the weather. We woke up to a rainy, chilly morning, but it's looking to be a much nicer afternoon. Here's a live look at Kirkwood. The fall decorations already being put out. The clouds are starting to clear up. Thanks so much for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. High temperatures remain in the upper 60s and won't get too much hotter for most of the week. Anthony Slaughter is here with the Weather First forecast. I kind of like it, Anthony.
I do too. Yeah, numbers are still climbing out of the 60s as we speak. Today we'll eventually climb into the 70s, and that's where we'll end the day, the next few days. But it's these mornings, Kay, that are going to be very chilly beginning tonight. In fact, it's all because of a cold front that swung through early this morning. Yes, it brought some rain, but not a whole lot. Most areas only got a quarter inch or less, but it's that cool air that start to filtering in behind the front. The clouds, they're clearing away as well, so no more rain coming our way for the day ahead. And really for the next several days, we'll have dry weather around. And there's that look out over downtown. You can see those clouds starting to clear away. It looks like our 12 p.m. temperature just came in, so we're now up to 71. So now we're getting more sun, and that will allow us to warm into the low to mid 70s this afternoon. It will be a little breezy. It's a chilly wind too, and that's the cold air settling in. So tonight, this will be a chilly night. We're talking lows in the upper 40s and low 50s. The coldest air we have seen, Kay, since May. We'll talk more about a weekend warm-up. That's coming up.
All right, thank you, Anthony. Breaking at noon, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is moving ahead with an impeachment inquiry into President Biden.
I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. This logical next step will give our committees the full power to gather all the facts and answers for the American public. That's exactly what we want to know, the answers.
McCarthy plans to convene lawmakers behind closed doors this week to discuss the matter. He's facing pressure from the party's extreme right as the House returns for the fall agenda. McCarthy is also struggling to pass legislation needed to avoid a federal government shutdown. The White House dismisses the impeachment push as politically motivated. Seniors in St. Charles County will get a tax break. The County Council unanimously approved a property tax freeze for some older adults. 5 on your side's Alex Fees has details on the measure and a similar one in St. Louis County.
Tonight during a regular board meeting, St. Louis County Council members will consider a personal property tax break for seniors. Meanwhile, the St. Charles County Council last night approved a property tax freeze for older residents, despite pushback from school district administrators concerned about a drop in revenue.
It would be all property taxes, not only the county property tax, which is very, very small, but also the schools, the fire districts, the ambulance districts, the library, several others. But it would affect all taxes.
St. Charles County Executive Steve Ellman says the property tax freeze would start next year and would be based on those property values for all St. Charles County residents ages 62 and older. Ellman says this is necessary for the seniors on fixed incomes who have been heavily impacted by inflation. And he adds that he has confidence St. Charles County will continue to grow and provide enough revenue. Now, during tonight's St. Louis County Council meeting, lawmakers will perfect and tweak a bill on freezing senior property taxes. That bill may be ready for final passage at the next meeting. Also, last night, the Jefferson County Council voted to adopt a resolution in support of senior tax relief legislation signed into law by Missouri Governor Mike Parson. In Clayton, Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
We're learning more about what happened moments before a car crash that killed 3 teens. University City Police released this video. Take a look. The combination of dash cam and surveillance footage shows an officer tried to pull over a white Hyundai during the early morning hours of September 6th. Inside the car, 3 Ladue High School students. The officer follows the car as it hit 92 miles an hour. Minutes later, the video shows the officer slowing down and deactivating his emergency lights after spotting the car. The driver of the Hyundai sped off and crashed a short time later. Demetrius Ingram, Dion Robinson, and Johnny Ursery died in that crash. An update today on the cybersecurity issues happening at HSHS. Today, the medical group successfully restored its electronic health records platform. That includes the MyChart app that patients use to communicate with doctors. Meanwhile, our partners at the St. Louis Business Journal report the chief financial officer for Hospital Sisters Health System left the position Friday. Kimberly Hodgkinson had been with the hospital a little over a year. No reason was given for her departure. Earlier this month, a cyber attack knocked out all internet services and phones at HSHS hospitals and clinics. The phone system was restored last week. Washington University will no longer provide transgender medical care for minors, even if they're technically eligible under Missouri law. 5 on Your Side's Mercedes McKay has more on the change in care.
The Washington University Transgender Center is now referring patients to other providers. Officials say that they are worried about lawsuits, and that's all because of a new Missouri law. That law, which went into effect weeks ago, prohibits healthcare providers from providing puberty blockers, hormones, and gender-affirming surgeries to minors. But under that law, patients who are already receiving those treatments are exempt. The Missouri rule came after a whistleblower and former employee raised red flags about ethics and safety standards at the center, claiming doctors gave transgender care to minors with little mental health screening. In a statement, Washington University said in part, quote, "We are disheartened to have to take this step. However, Missouri's newly enacted law regarding transgender care has created a new legal claim for patients who receive these medications as minors." Just hours after the announcement, Planned Parenthood released a statement saying in part, quote, "In compliance with the law, it will continue to provide gender-affirming hormone therapy to all patients who want and need it, including young patients who started care with another provider." The Washington University Transgender Center will still provide education and mental health services to those minor patients. They will also still provide medical treatment to any patients over the age of 18. In the Central West End, Mercedes McKay, 5 on Your Side.
A law in Illinois that abolishes cash bail takes effect on Monday. Critics say it's unfair to black people. They say some defendants charged with crimes in Illinois aren't making bail and are unable to work as they sit in jail until the trial begins. The law eliminates that practice. Proponents of cash bail systems argue it ensures defendants show up for court proceedings and that without it, violent criminals who are released pre-trial may commit more crimes. Developing at noon, heartbreak for New York Jets fans. It's confirmed Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles tendon. He'll likely miss the entire 2023 NFL season. The team confirmed it about 90 minutes ago. The four-time MVP was carted off the field last night after suffering the injury on just the 4th play of his Jets debut. Still ahead, an Illinois community laying off its entire staff of EMTs. Now, some of those in town are questioning whether their life-saving services will come from. Also ahead, how much natural disasters have cost Americans so far this year.